Day 4 and in the lovely early morning sunshine. Absolutely glorious it is out here. Now we've got warmed up anyway. So last night when we got to camp we just beat a thunderstorm. Just we got the tent up. We had a bit of a storm came through. And then during the night it turned really chilly. So there's quite a frost on the tent this morning. But we're up, moving. I think we've just about got warm now, as I said. And yeah, absolutely glorious morning. So yesterday was quite a tough day. I think we both found it quite tough yesterday. So we're up for something a little better today. I think this poor tree here properly copped it. Struck by lightning. Second breakfast time. Not a bad spot, is it?
Beautiful.
Absolutely lovely. So we've just had our first real view there of Colorado Mountains properly, I suppose, through the trees. So that's what's to come, I guess. Quite spectacular. And now on a nice downhill stretch, it's lovely through the forest, and we're going down to the Horseshoe Gulch Trailhead, and that'll be the end of this segment. And then we'll be heading out towards Kenosha Pass. It's an early lunch for us, and we're sitting here drinking hot chocolate.
It's lovely.
In California, in the Colorado countryside. So after lunch we're heading towards Kenosha Pass on this section, which is nice and steady downhill. So we're hoping to get to camp a little bit early today, maybe 2:30, and then just chill out for a bit. The weather's threatening. There's a big build-up of cloud to my right. It's gone a bit dark, so fingers crossed. We've got about another hour and a half to do, about another maybe 6k, 7k. So we're hoping we can beat any potential storm. We found this really lovely camp spot by Johnson Gulch, and as you can see we've got everything out, making sure it's 100% dry. But yeah, glorious spot, but it's with the heat. Oof. Just looks like we might have a rain shower moving in, so we're making sure we're going to get everything to the tent just in case. But God, I tell you, I said already how hot it is. Oof. So we're in the tent, well fed, cow's giving it some, and that's definitely been an easier day today. More descent than ascent, and it's been relatively gentle, so it was quite nice to get a bit of an easy day today, because the next two to Breckenridge were now going to be a bit more challenging. But an early start, definitely need to get an early start. So, turn in. We're up and running on day 6. Day 6? Getting ahead of myself. Day 5. The beautiful morning, wow, gorgeous. Another cold night though, but we slept well as usual. I'm looking forward to today. Things are going to open up, I think, today. We'll get above tree line. So the first stop is to head to Kenosha Pass, and then from there we'll carry on and head towards Georgia Pass. I don't think we'll quite get as far as that today, but we're looking forward to seeing some views really today, having had a couple of days in the forest. If I'm sounding out of breath, because we're starting off with this nice climb which is posed up to a good viewpoint, so keep you posted. So we've just come to the top of a little hill and a great big view has opened up in front of us. So that first section to Kenosha Pass this morning was absolutely lovely. That's probably the best bit so far of the trail that we've done. Great views. We stopped at Kenosha Pass and had second breakfast. Met a guy there called Caveman who was doing trail magic. So he gave Judith a nice seat to eat a breakfast on. Filled up our water bottles. So really good to meet him. He's a really smashing guy. Had lots of information about the trail. So it was lovely. But now we know we've got a bit of climbing to do. So it's got a bit short in this forest as well, which is lovely, so nice and steady. We just had a very nice lunch at Jefferson Creek, and now I did pretty well this morning. Did 20k, but now it's the long ascent this afternoon. So there's two possible places where we're going to go. I think one in about 5k and one in about 8k, but I think a lot will depend on the weather. There's one or two, again, as always in the afternoon, one or two sort of clouds hanging around. But first of all, uphill we go. Well, we've reached our campsite. Not a bad spot really, is it? Yeah. Had to climb up quite a way there, which is pretty tiring towards the end of the day, especially when the sun was out. But you can see it's in a great spot. This was sitting about, I don't know, 300-400 feet below Georgia Pass, where we'll go over tomorrow. Tea's on the go. And how about that from a view from your tent door, eh? Absolutely superb. Beautiful. Just along from where we're camped, we've got this dirty great big snowfield still hanging on. Well, it's the start of, I think, day 6. What can I say about last night? Oh dear. So we had a storm rolling about, I don't know, was it maybe 10 o'clock? Lasted till about 12:30. There were lightning strikes going off that lit up the tent. Although none of them really ever felt very close, but even so it kept you on tender hooks all night, crikey. It was an experience. This morning we haven't got the beautiful unbroken blue skies that we've got, but I'll just show you, it's still quite nice. Some sort of a bit of sunlight there catching the hills behind the tent. So it looks clear and the cloud is relatively high, so we're up early. We're going to get cracking again, get up to the top of Georgia Pass first. Okay, we're underway walking. Start of day 6. One of the things you appreciate is how dry the air is. I mean, it absolutely hammered it down last night in that storm, but yet the tent was pretty dry this morning. That's what, 4 or 5 hours later. You feel it in your throat as well. Yeah, it's quite dry, very dry, the air. So today we are walking up. We're going to cross Georgia Pass. Got about 100 more feet of ascent, just under 12,000 feet. Then it's downhill for a long portion of the day, and we're going to get pretty close to the Breckenridge trailhead by the time we're finished. So at the top of Georgia Pass, got our first view here over the other side, and then looking back down to where we've come from. Whoops, as I fall over a rock. So we've done a couple of hours and reached Swan River, North Fork I think it is, or is it Middle Fork, I can't remember anyway, Swan River. And we've got second breakfast on the go. Well, in fact it's boiling, quick, gotta sort it out. Oh, we just had a bit of a kicking from the weather. Absolutely chucked it down for a good hour and I think an hour and 20 minutes, nearly an hour and a half. But fortunately, looks like it's brightening up. And it's just, everything's vibrant, it's so green. Us in the tent, it's absolutely hammering it down with rain. We had to pitch the tent in the rain and we're just waiting for it to stop. Once it stops, I'll get the inner up, go get some water and then get some tea on. If it doesn't stop, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll have to think about it. End of day 6. We finally managed to get the inner tent up, everything sorted out, reasonably dry. The rain's been on and off for the last 4 or 5 hours. But anyway, short march to Breckenridge tomorrow. Got about 4 miles, so planning to get there for breakfast. And yeah, that's the first 100 miles done. We've just realised we've just reached 100 miles. Hey, hey, 100 miles. So we celebrated with a cup of hot chocolate. There you go, hey? We know how to treat ourselves. So anyway, turning in, time for sleep. Good night. Day 7. After another load of rain in the night. Skies then cleared, turned really cold. But it's a beautiful morning. We walked about 10 minutes and now we're in the sunshine and gosh, you can feel that warmth already, it's lovely. Oh, now I know why lizards lie out in the sun all day, just like that. Oh, just feels gorgeous. Anyway, so day 7 for us, today's a shorter day. So we've about, I want to say 6.5k walk to the trailhead. Then we're meeting up with Mike and Fran, and we're going to have some breakfast in Breckenridge, and then we're going to take the rest of the day off in Breckenridge. We've booked a hostel tonight, so we're going to get some laundry done. Need to get our laundry done and have a bit of a rest. But first of all, I'm going to enjoy this lovely walk into Breckenridge. So we're just approaching the Gold Hill Trailhead, and then we'll take a trip to Breckenridge. I think this is part of the why you do these sort of trails, is because you experience those real high and lows, the awful rain of yesterday, you know, and the kind of trudging along, feeling a bit wet and damp, getting to camp, wet and damp. But then on the upside you get beautiful mornings like this morning that compensate. Absolutely glorious walking to Breckenridge this morning. But we need some breakfast. I'm fancying pancakes, or maybe waffles. Ooh, maybe both.